Previously on James and Sunda.
What was that about the girl who you had me, whose boyfriend you had me email when you were in prison?
Stop saying I was in prison. People don't even know this. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
You were locked up?
When I was away.
No, the
Just
girl.
recap for people who haven't seen the
Sunda
show.
went to jail.
I got arrested for taking pictures.
It tastes good too. So if it drops in your mouth, it's not going to hurt you.
They say that all the time, Donna, please.
I feel
Yes, I do.
And she says, don't you ever bring another ignorant and in my house again, or you will be dead to me. So, to keep from being dead to my mama, I had to let this dude be dead to me.
Right to Bill Clinton. The man had $100,000 in the bank.
Okay.
The Clintons are worth $100 million. Let's count and see. They're in the fourth season. How much the Obamas will make in the White House?
Okay, I'm gonna do a clippy on the tone
You
now.
can do clippy clippy. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you do clippy clippy, before you do clippy clippy, that's amazing because it reminds me of my bris. Did you?
I know what bris is.
What's a bris?
Very different from brisket.
Very.
Okay.
Very different from
Very
brisket,
different
yes.
from brisket.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show. Sunda, it's been another week. Just want to check in. How are you? How you feeling?
I'm still here. I'm still
You're okay?
standing.
Anything,
sideways.
The ankle, the wrist, anything getting better since the
It looks
running?
like it's getting better, right?
Not really, no.
It's blending in. I'm slowly blending in.
Yes.
But I had a summer like you can't imagine. I mean, my God.
It's been quite a summer.
It's been quite a summer.
Well, here's the thing. As you know, there's this just national competition of Out Sick going on. The entire country is playing it. There's like almost an Olympic level of competition. And even here among the crew and the staff, we've been playing our own game of Out Sick. Last year, I believe I won when I had the gallbladder surgery. I think that was a victory.
It was a victory.
But then this year, the competition has been fierce. It's been unbelievable. Your friend,
my friend loves this segment for whatever reason. She just loves this segment.
Right.
And she really, I mean, to the end,
right, so
loved it.
I was winning because my eye got worse. My eye got worse. Soon to
And tell them what you have.
I have central serous retinopathy. I have a little hole in my retina that keeps leaking out, and I can't see out of my left eye very well at all. But I'm still driving. Don't tell anybody.
You're really
now,
winking at me.
So I was really winning because my eye got worse, and they were going to have to put a needle in my eye. It was going to be horrible. But then Sunda started having heart palpitations.
Oh, my God, it was terrible.
Right? So she started to take the lead.
I started taking the lead.
But then her friend...
Right, my out sick fan.
Her out sick friend...
And she out-sicked us all, and she
won.
She won.
She dropped dead.
She died. She
died.
And she told me that she wanted me to make sure that I mentioned it on the show. I said, Stacey, you can't be serious. And she said, yes, I am. She said, at least I wanted something. And it was so crazy because at the end, we started, you know, when people get closer to the time when they're sick, you know, there's no comedy in sickness. There really isn't. However, when your friend is on morphine and she starts reminiscing and there's a room full of kids and she's like, hey, remember we were in Acapulco and you were with that guy, Jesus? And I'm like, Stace, stop. All right, stop. And the hallucinations were getting crazy, but it was definitely something I promised I would mention. And she even said that I could videotape her throughout.
To show her victory?
No, she said, I'm winning.
I mean, it's just amazing. On her deathbed, she has a sense of humor. She's obviously a fan of the show.
Can you believe this?
At the end. That's just,
only Stacey. But never mind that. I had all this drama because we went to Catholic school, but I didn't know that she was Greek Orthodox.
All right, and you know, it's very difficult to, you know, when you're dying, you want to talk to your religious leader. Like a Jew wants to talk to a rabbi, Catholic wants to talk to a priest.
She decides she wants to talk to a priest, and I can't get a Greek Orthodox. The priest says to me,
like,
Your last name is not Greek, he says to me.
Right, yeah.
He's
No,
speaking Greek to me.
Like, you know, there's like 1-800 Moyle. You can get a Moyle to do a bris. There's like 1,000 Moyles. If you need a bris, you can call a Moyle, just like that. You need a Greek Orthodox priest, you're on your own.
Oh, this is
There's no 411, there's no website.
No, there is a website.
Okay, but
there's a website.
you got to prove that you are
gotta
Greek
prove.
Orthodox or they're not coming.
And then I couldn't read the prayer to her, and then I asked my husband if he can help. He says, Sunda, this isn't Hebrew. This isn't Hebrew. But it was insanity. It was insanity, and so she has crossed over, and I told her, I promised her that I would remember her in this segment, and she said, so she goes, you have to let them know I won.
Yeah.
And so in her memory, she is a champion. Stacy, and her real name, by the way, is Anastasia Hatzamahalis. And who knew that?
She's Greek, yeah.
Who knew that? That's Greek. This is Greek to me. That's all I'm saying.
So after she died, we started playing again, right? And I got a phone call from a urologist that I needed to come to the doctor and that something was wrong with me. So I got very excited, you know. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to take the lead. So I go to the urologist because it's a new game, and the urologist tells me that I have cysts on my kidney, and he needs me to come in and he's going to explain this to me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm winning. However, like less than 48 hours, her husband gets viral meningitis.
In the lead.
I'm devastated.
In the lead.
I'm
devastated.
Just devastated.
He's devastated.
Then Sunda's child, I get a phone call. She's got to go have a hernia operation. Surgery, major surgery for a kid. She's winning. And she even texted me. Her kid texted me, looks like I'm out sicking you.
This is sick. This is
flaunting it.
You know that, and you know this is the truth.
This is a true story. I got the text messages. She's flaunting. She's out sicking me. She has a surgery. She's fine, but she's still in the lead.
But she was on the anesthesia, and please tell her what she said to the nurse.
What did she say? I wasn't there.
When she came out of the anesthesia, first of all, she goes, I have to call Uncle James. No, she goes, I need to phone Uncle James. And I have no idea until you tell me that she says,
I outsicked you?
Yeah, I outsicked you.
That's what she said.
So that's what my 11-year-old's saying.
So I was winning. Now she's winning because, you know, her husband recovers and now her daughter
Aviva's in the lead. But Aviva wants something back. She wants her hernia back.
She has to see
That's what she said. She told the nurse, I want my hernia. So the nurse says, sweetheart, we have taken care of that. And Aviva says, no. I want my hernia back because you don't know. My hernia could probably cure cancer. And this was craziness because I'm saying, Aviva, please, I'm trying to calm her down, and the nurse says to me, oh, it's the anesthesia. So I go along with it because I don't want her to think it's not the anesthesia. But we're going to go along with this and make believe. And that's all she cares about is that she's in the lead.
Well, she's not in the lead anymore.
Now she's not in the lead
anymore. She's not in the lead anymore because John, our writer and cameraman right over there, he went back home to Pennsylvania. He was swimming in a creek. He got dizzy. He collapses. They take him to the hospital. They tell him 30%? 30%. He's missing 30% of his eardrum. He's actually one of those guys.
Where did he leave it?
I don't know. But he's one of those guys who actually has a good ear. You got to talk to him in his good ear.
You have a good ear.
He is going to need major surgery. The way he explained it to me is they're going to have to peel down his ear and take cartilage from another part of your body. From where?
They're going to harvest tissue samples.
They're going to harvest
tissue samples.
Yeah,
wow.
and reconstruct your eardrum, right? This, I mean, this.
You know what this means?
This is a competitor. This is a competitor.
You know what this means?
What does this mean?
This means that, you know, when you say people talk your ear off, they're going for his whole body.
They're going for the whole.
They're going for the whole body.
So right now, John is in the lead. John is winning.
John is winning.
Although Sunda's not far behind because Sunda's having some heart pains, and we recently went to the heart doctor, and we probably got to take a break, right? So we'll tell you more about that when we come back.
Do we have to take a break? I got to tell you this.
We can tell that story when we come back.
All right,
we can tell that story when we come back, right?
I won't remember.
We'll tell you about Sunda's heart problems when we come back after the break.
Why'd you say heart attack? I didn't have a heart attack.
Okay, sorry, excuse me. Sunda's having some heart issues, and we'll get a little bit. Maybe she can take the lead. She can maybe get ahead of John, although I don't know.
I'm going to talk his ear off.
We'll explain
I'll talk all your ears off.
When we come back, we'll tell you about Sunda's heart and much more. We'll be right back. You've seen him on hits from Bewitched.
Wiseacre remarks are not going to help you.
To Murder, She Wrote.
Mrs. F, she can say anything.
And everything in between. Ron Masek joins us. And breaking news from our Asian convert, Kim is in love.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com.
right. Well, as you know, Out Sick is the official sponsor of the show this season, and we have another weekly winner.
Oh, I'm so excited. Tell me.
This week it was some serious competition, all right? First of all, it was very close. Harry Hoffman of Newton, Massachusetts, he fell in a shower. He broke his hip. He was rushed to Newton Wesley Hospital where they found he had had a stroke, right? He's currently in the ICU. But when he comes to, he will be extremely disappointed because Gordon Berkowitz forgot to take his medication of Cleveland, Ohio, and his blood pressure went through the roof, passed out. They found him 2 days later, rushed to Lutheran Hospital,
and
dead on arrival.
Oh, another winner. Another winner.
He dropped dead and wins.
Another
now,
winner.
Even
they
though
keep
Gordon's
winning.
dead, he still is going to receive the home edition of the game.
Out
so
sick, that's
still
right.
Gonna get it,
and you know how you win, right?
You have to drop dead.
Drop dead and win. There you go.
All right, well.
Do you have a choice of how?
Well, if
I mean,
you
John
did.
Garfield went nice.
Apply any methods you want. So joining us on the program now, we have Ron Masak, a veteran actor and author of the book, I've Met All My Heroes A to Z. There's the book, right?
That's the book.
And hero.
Hold up the book. There's the book.
There's the book. Who's it on the cover? Is that you?
That's me. See how quickly you forgot?
Very nice.
This is the sheriff of Murder, She Wrote.
Yes, Murder, She
I mean,
Wrote.
that was me in uniform.
Nice.
Just in case you care.
I'm glad you didn't wear your uniform. I might
no,
have had
you
a
didn't
heart
handcuff.
attack.
He could have worn the uniform. So who is Hero L?
L. Vince Lombardi's one of them.
Vince Lombardi.
And we talked about that this morning. Vince Lombardi had many motivators. My favorite was operate on Lombardi time. That meant if you were 10 minutes early, you were 5 minutes late. So I always show up early. It scares the hell out of people.
We operate on Sunda time. If you're 10 minutes late, you're really
Good
3
thing
hours
you're-
early.
Yeah, because you're on tape. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing how men can talk about women being late when they have nothing to do but put on glasses.
No, I have more things to do.
Okay, what are you talking about?
What else do you have
I
to
don't
do,
wear glasses.
sweetheart? Clean the glasses.
I have to clean the
Oh, you
glasses.
gotta pick it up. You
I gotta
can't.
pick it up. I got a
Yeah,
lot to do.
he's hernia prone.
But look how nice he looks. He's wearing a tie.
I know.
You're not wearing a tie.
No,
But
but
see-
after the show, he'll tie me up.
For the first 50 years of my marriage to my wife, I used to tell her we had to be somewhere at 7:30 when we didn't have to be there till 8.
Is she Persian?
No.
I'm just kidding.
That's
I'm
your
just
upstairs
kidding.
neighbor.
I'm just kidding.
Walks on marble.
I don't know.
knows. He
I
watches
think
the
she has
show.
marble heels. To tell you the truth, you're right. You're right. Walks on marble, and I'm walking on air. I'm walking on sunshine. Feels so
loud.
good. That was
was
loud,
very
right?
loud,
That was
yeah.
very loud.
Is he always this nervous? James, I mean, he's so, you know,
No, today
You have to
he's
stop drinking coffee.
Today he's very hyper.
is he?
Yeah, we have to
Losing
calm him
weight,
down.
yeah. I've had like
It's
7.
not easy.
I've had like 7 Red Bulls and some amphetamines.
It'll work.
I mean, this is serious stuff. My
It
heart
could-
is pounding.
It's pounding.
just- yeah.
And then you're still on the Valium, right?
Yeah, you could tell, right?
She's on a bunch of fast-acting benzos.
Yeah.
We're all on drugs. What are you on? Are you
What
on
are you on?
anything? You take
I'm on
anything?
life.
You're on life?
Yes.
You cannot just be on life.
I'm
In
on
this
life
day and
support.
age, why would anyone want to just be on life when there's all these chemical options?
You mean what?
This is outrageous.
People drink and do drugs
Yeah.
to get to where I'm at.
People
Wow.
okay.
I don't get headaches, I give them. I don't get ulcers, I give them. I'm loud for a number of reasons. One, I was trained to reach the last row in the balcony. 2, I have 6 children,
Oh, wow.
and they never listened. So you yell, you learn to yell. And then, of course, my friends are all old, and they're deaf.
Yeah. And our
I
camera
think
guy's
the camera guy's deaf, and I think my husband, who has perfect hearing, they told me, by the way.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He said, but they said he has perfect hearing.
I went to dinner with her and her husband, and I said to her husband, I said, you know, I think I'm going to share a steak with one of your kids. And he said, I know, Sunda doesn't let anyone sleep. That's what he said.
a true
I don't know
story.
where he got that from. That's what he thought I said. That's what he heard. He
He
was
didn't
serious.
care. He went right for the laugh.
He wasn't trying to make a
No,
joke.
no,
No,
he's-
he
Nobody
can't
got the
hear.
laugh.
Who, me?
You just got the laugh on his line.
Yeah.
I got the laugh on his line, yeah.
See?
But
So
he
the
wasn't trying
audience
to get a
went
laugh.
He's
crazy.
a real day at the beach, I got to tell you that. He's just a bowl of laughter. He's a bowl of sunshine.
If
but,
you knew him, though, he'd be in your book.
oh, yeah, you
He's
would.
heroic.
He could be.
He's
He
a
would
hero.
be under Z.
Well, I know that my second book is going to be other heroes that I have met that weren't in the first book.
Well, that's interesting because you were also going to write a book, but not in alphabetical order. Tell me about it.
I was going to write a very similar book, but it wasn't going to be about the heroes. It was just going to be a book of all the people I know. right?
It winds up that way. It'll wind up that way. Start with your heroes.
I was just gonna. Everyone I know, like you would be in the book now, and it was gonna be called No Particular Order.
That's not
Because they were going to be in no particular
I like
order.
that.
And I figured the people, you'd buy the book, you'd want to see if I know you. So you'd look in the book and you try to find yourself in the book. And I know that could be complicated and confusing because you won't know in the book where you are. So what I was going to do was I was going to put in the back of the book an alphabetical index of all the names.
That's not bad.
That way you can go to the back of the book, find your name, and then go see what page
And then
you're
the
on.
sequel could be called And Others.
And others, if I
Which
meet
is
more
always
people, yeah.
starring, John Wayne and others.
And others. There you go. He's already got you go. I'm just so impressed about you working with Angela Lansbury. I heard she's still working.
She just she was nominated again on Broadway.
Yes.
And she's still in New York. I think she's doing another play now.
She's doing another play now, and she has her lines.
You want to know why she's the best?
Why is she the best?
She is actually the Rolls Royce of our business because she was a star in both worlds. Therefore, when she was at MGM and was a star at a very young age, she was always like third in that pecking order. Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn, and Angela Lansbury in. Right. So she knew what it was like not to be that demanding person. So she never was. Then on Broadway with 5 Tony Awards, she knew that had to be ready on time. So I never saw her late. I never saw her angry. Never saw her unprepared. And she's not a bad kisser.
Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? I knew that.
Yeah. She's in the book.
Which letter has the most people, and who are some of the people in that letter?
I don't know which letter has the most people because I tried to limit it to just a couple of nice stories. I can tell you some of the people that, actually the foreword tells it all. I'm a street kid from Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, on the south side. I played golf with 3 of the 6 men who walked on the moon, played tennis with another, skied with another. So there's 5 of the 6 men who walked on the moon who came into my life. I worked with Vince Lombardi, who is probably the most famous football coach in history.
Sure.
I worked out with the Dodgers for 20 years with my own uniform with Lasorda, those guys. Steve Garvey's my kid's godfather. That kind of thing enters my life. I've worked with Academy Award winners. I've worked with the best Tony winners from Broadway. I've worked with the best people in my life, and yet I'm still a street kid from Chicago. It's a job. It's what we do.
It's an adventure.
It's an adventure, and it's what we do. And when like I worked with George Burns, I worked with Bob Hope. Benny's in here. Jack Benny's in here.
We got to take a break, but we'll be right back, all right?
Don't take a break.
We have to take a break.
Keep going.
Right? We have no choice. There's nothing we can do.
Wait, you're selling matzah crackers. They know about this.
That's why we got to take the break. We
Go
got to
for
sell
it.
matzah. We're going to sell some matzah. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Coming up, famous Egyptian actors getting victimized by a provocative new prank show. Mark Zaffron weighs in this week in anti-Semitism.
So, such a long break.
It was
Horrendous.
It's horrendous. Do you see what they do to us here?
I love your daughters.
Oh, thank you.
They were wonderful on the show.
And you know something? They're going to love spending the whole week with you next week. It's their last week of vacation.
You know what? I'll take them.
Actually, why we asked you here. If you don't
Well,
mind,
I have
she's
6. We have
gotta
6
go
children,
away.
and we are expecting our 7th natural grandchild, and we have 2 step grandchildren. So my house is full of kids. I wouldn't know they were there.
You have no idea.
What's next?
What's
Tell
next?
me, what's
What's
next?
next for you? What's next for you?
What's next for
What's
my
next-
inside?
What's next for
Wait a
you?
minute.
What's
Yeah.
next for us
Yeah.
is, I wrote a sitcom pilot that is getting a lot of attention right now. I don't want to
Starring
jinx
me.
it. No, it's actually starring a couple of legends of motion pictures and television. And
Good for you.
Along with me, and they're excited about it. The people that are involved, they're excited about it. My manager, Roger Neal, is very excited about it because I told him I was going to make him rich. And the
That
only
would
way he
make
can
him
get rich-
excited.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
Yeah, and that's why he calls and gets me on these power shows like you and
Yeah,
We have a lot of his power
and the
clients.
Maybe Later Show.
the Maybe Later show. That's
Now,
a
I
good
know
one.
4 million people a day watch this. Is it the network or your show that watch it?
No. We have actually, with the internet now, like we think we have as many as 7 billion viewers.
Do they speak English?
No.
Does it matter?
Most of them speak Chinese and Hindi.
Oh, well, I was going to say L'chaim, but you can't say that to the Chinese.
Most of our
Sure
viewers,
you can. They'll tell you for $22.
Yeah, most of our viewers.
They will.
Kidding.
And an hour later, they're going to tell me that again.
This is true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Most of our viewers are watching by mistake.
You know what? I did.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but
how you
no,
found us,
no.
right?
Roger Neal told me about the show, to watch the show. I found the network. A lot of the people in my neighborhood are of the Jewish faith, and I told them about the network, and they didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Now my next door neighbor is coming up to me almost every day. The guy lives in the back. He says, "Did you watch Jack Benny last night?" I said, "I watched it the first time around."
Maybe we'll hire you as a publicist because you're going to get us around more than.
I have to tell people
Than
how to pronounce your
anybody
name.
else.
Well, I have to tell people how to pronounce your name because Sunda does not look like sun. S-U-N looks like sun,
Yeah.
but Sunda, you see.
Sunda.
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 You sound like you belong in the Lion King somewhere.
Yeah,
Sunda.
somewhere. Sunda.
Sunda
It's a very
brings
common name,
thunder.
though. It's amazing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I never heard it before in my life.
You're out of your mind.
Well, I'm from Chicago.
Right.
We didn't have a lot of
You
hits.
know Tom Dreesen?
Very well. Tom is from Harvey.
Okay.
He claims Chicago. Tom is from Harvey, Illinois.
Okay.
The only other famous person from Harvey besides Tom Dreesen was Lou Boudreau, shortstop for the Cleveland Indians.
Is he in the book?
No, Tom
Boudreau?
Dreesen?
No, Lou Boudreau.
Tom's picture's in here.
But his name's not.
Yeah, his picture's in there with Ann Myers Drysdale.
I know nothing about sports. I really got to sharpen up.
Really?
I was terrible.
You told me you were
cheerleader.
married. Wasn't your husband a good sport?
Yeah, his mother wasn't.
Oh.
But you know what?
All right, well, we got to go. We got to take
That's
a break
it.
again.
Well,
Why do you keep
well,
taking
we're
breaks?
Because
no.
people keep waving at
Well, we
me
gotta-
that we're
right.
long. So
Ignore
maybe-
him. It's your
nothing
show.
I could do about it, Ron.
Do you think
Well,
Elvis
you come
Presley would
back.
listen to that?
Right.
Elvis Presley would be
Nothing but a
so
hound dog.
euphoric while out here that who knows what he'd be listening to. He'd be listening
Will
to
you
many
come back and
different-
see us again?
Anytime you want me.
All right.
If I get free food.
All right. Well,
Sure, we can.
I'm
make
going to
it
sign
happen.
this for you because they told me I have to
Please.
sign this for you.
right.
Please
Not
do.
him. He don't get
no,
one.
No, I don't want it.
I'm the one that wants the books.
You got a pen?
Do I have a pen? I think it's a personal.
Then I can't
question.
sign.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to make sure that we get a pen, we get it signed, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Ron Masick, ladies and
get a
gentlemen.
hug?
Ron Masick.
hug,
We
you
gotta
get a
go. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is now time for This Week in Anti-Semitism. It's been a while, huh?
It's been a while, and it's definitely been missed.
And as you know, the anti-Semites are watching us, so we're watching them.
That's right.
And joining us, one of our favorite contributors, America's sweetheart, Mark Zaffron. How's it going, Mark?
How are you? Good morning.
Good. He's joining us via
afternoon from
Skype.
New York.
Yes, he's joining us via Skype from New York. And it's been a while since we've done this segment, and the anti-Semites have been really productive, as you can imagine. Okay, in Egypt, they have a prank show like Punk'd, right? So they bring in celebrity Egyptians. Yep. And then they tell the celebrity Egyptians, oh, you know, guess what? This person's really with Israel or Jewish or something like that. And then the celebrities freak out.
Because now that the Muslim Brotherhood has taken over Egypt, they're going to abnegate their treaty with Israel, and there's going to be a war.
The name of the show is Al-Khum Ba'ad Al-Ozwala, Judgment After a Prank, okay? And basically one of the guys they were punking, he freaked out and beat up the producers because he thought they were Israelis and that he was on an Israeli TV show. And I guess that would destroy his reputation.
Now they're messing with comedy, Mark.
This is comedy, yeah, this is a comedy show.
They're trying to do it's the guise of comedy.
James, like there was nothing from the Olympics. The British didn't do anything anti-Semitic during the Olympics other than not honor the Munich athletes. I mean,
It's good you bring up the Olympics.
forget the Arabs. We know they're anti-Semites. And the fact that we're watching them doesn't change their behavior.
Iran was thinking of boycotting the Olympics because of a Zionist conspiracy. Basically what they said was that the London Olympic logo spelled the word Zion.
These Iranians are fascinating people. You realize that, right?
Here's the logo, and here's how it spelled the word Zion. I don't know if you could see it.
You have to have special Iranian eyes for that.
This is true. So the Olympic message, it was a Zionist message, and they almost didn't go. And the logo, it's
And how many medals did they win?
Iran?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Iran could only win a medal in stoning.
But there's so much going on in Egypt now that the government has changed. We really need to discuss this and be afraid. Like they've got like a popular evangelist, a cleric over there. Now here's
Whoa. We discussed him the last time, James.
right. We discussed it last time. And first of all, did you know he opened the American-based in Ohio, Center for Islamic Research. Why always in Ohio? Why is Ohio the place where the Nazis and the Islam fundamentalists like to set up shop?
Because they can blend in.
No, Ohio has a history.
You would expect them to be in Detroit.
You would think so. Well, they are in Detroit.
Yeah, they run Detroit.
Let me tell you what this cleric is saying, because this is new. He's really gotten. He's really improved his act.
Right. Oh, right. So now what is it? We're poisoning the wells.
Well, Jews have committed counterfeit dollars. They're taking photos of military bases.
It's really sad. These guys have not come up with a new script since the Middle Ages. They are still on their death. I'm telling you, the same script. They haven't changed it.
Well, they haven't contributed anything to the world since algebra.
Oh, they haven't contributed. You're right. They haven't contributed anything to the world since algebra. And you and I both know the truth about that. It was really a Jew who did it, and they took credit.
Of course it was a Jew who did it. Well, it says here, let me tell you what this cleric is saying, that the Israelis are sending in girls who are HIV, they're HIV positive, actually AIDS, they have AIDS, and they're seducing young Egyptians and infecting the Egyptians.
Why in God's name would an Israeli girl want to go to Egypt to infect an Egyptian?
I'm just telling you what
you have a better chance of getting infected than being infected.
This man is a sultan.
This man's a lunatic.
He is a sultan.
A sultan.
And it gets worse. The worst thing that the Israelis are doing, they have a gang of boys, of men coming in that are seducing young boys in Cairo.
Well, that's more apt. I suspect that they like that better.
They might, but this is what he's telling the Egyptians, and then the shows.
James, what he tells the Egyptians is not really important. It's the fact that they believe this crap. They eat words. These people can survive on rhetoric. They sustain themselves with words and hatred.
Okay, but you watch TV, like here in America, we watch a lot of doctor shows and a lot of criminal shows, and you think that there are a lot of cops and a lot of criminals out there, so we think that the world is more dangerous than it really is, because that's what's on TV. Crime dramas, and there's a lot of medical dramas, and the truth is, there's not that much crime, there's not that many doctors, there's not...
Whoa. I thought that mostly what we had on American TV were reality shows, and all the world is populated by Kardashians.
That's the new thing. Everybody thinks they could have a show and become famous. But what I'm saying is, if on Israel TV, all the kids and the people are seeing are shows like this, then there's very little hope.
This is Arab reality television. They bring the cameras into Gaza, they show all the slums, and they say, the Israelis did this to us. But when the Israelis left the Gaza Strip and left them those beautiful kibbutzim, everything, what did they do? They destroyed it. So that's reality TV in Gaza Strip.
Well, I just think that having that on the television, the people believe it. If all they see is people attacking people and freaking out because they think a Jew is in the room, listen, this is
the problem. They believe it because they want to believe it. They believe it because it makes them feel better. Why do people watch train wreck shows on television? Why do Americans love American reality television? Because they love a train wreck. They love to believe that these people's lives can be lived by them. Well, it's the same thing there. They love to watch this because they want to believe that the Israelis are doing these horrible things, because it's a very easy explanation for why their lives are so horrible. And it takes attention away from the fact that they live in dictatorial countries where they're artificially kept down.
Speaking about how antiquated and hacky this sultan is, I'll tell you the last thing he said. And this has been around for 2,000 years. He also is saying that the Zionists are making their Pesach matzah from the blood of Christian children. How hacky is that?
And I suppose that he also was the co-author of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. That's what I said. These guys haven't changed their script since the Crusades. And what's scary is that this Arab sultan is taking a leaf out of the book of the Crusaders, who are their worst enemy.
The last story, this is in Brooklyn. You might have heard this because you're over there in New York. The Holocaust Memorial over there in New York City, the only public Holocaust memorial, was the target of some anti-Semitic vandalism. They wrote the F word next to the Jewish star and a couple other things too.
Swastikas, it's no big deal. We're used to that there.
They're used to it.
Yeah, when I grew up, that's all they know how to do. It's the same thing. The swastika, the F word, they come up with nothing new. You notice they can't come up with a catchy slogan.
Maybe we could come up with one for them.
The SWAT. I mean, come on. The swastika. The Nazis stole it from the Indians, and now what do we have? Anti-Semitic Indians painting it all over
They're
Midwest.
hacks. They're like a bunch of open micers.
They are. They are like a bunch of hacks.
All right, Mark Zaffron, thank you very
you so
much over
much.
there from New York on the Skype. We appreciate it. We will, of course, have you in studio hopefully next week or sooner.
If you're not too busy.
If you're not too busy. Thank you very much.
Very much.
All right,
Thank you.
good night. Mark Zaffron, ladies and gentlemen, America's sweetheart, the finest commentator on anti-Semitism. Sometimes he's very hypercritical about these stories, but I really thought it was necessary to talk about this this rise of anti-Semitism in the Arab world. Like
How can it get any higher?
Right, exactly.
How high can you get? Come on, come on.
Well, it's getting worse in Egypt, and that's the main idea here, is that it's getting worse in Egypt. And Egypt was a friend of Israel, and now with the Muslim Brotherhood taking over, you got that Sultan. Maybe
That's Sultan.
That's Sultan. He's in Sultan. That's Sultan, and you got
Sultan's throwing insults. Now we got prank. Now they're trying
the
to do
prank show is great.
An Arab candid camera? I mean, like, this is funny. They could probably have things going on like having men in the ladies' room, but you can't tell because they're all wrapped up.
But the funny thing is, like on an American candid camera show, you have different pranks every week, right? Like you never know what's going to happen. You've seen Punk, you've seen Candid Camera. It was clever stuff, right? On their Candid Camera show, the punch every week, the joke is that you're in a room with Jews. I mean, that's it. That's the joke every week. It's like, hey, welcome, have a seat. They start talking, by the way, this is from the Israeli embassy. And then the guy freaks out, and all of the people in Egypt are laughing and clapping. And so it's the same joke every single week.
They should have a new reality show called
It's-
Stoned. That's what they should really should be stoned.
Well, you know, we could talk about some Mideast justice. I mean, you think going to the tombs in New York City, I mean, you steal something in some of these countries, they chop off your hands, they stone you to death. They stoned a woman and her baby recently.
I used to receive all this footage when I first came out to LA that showed women being stoned, and my friends would say to me back east in Jersey, why are you forwarding this to us? You know, this is what they do. As George would say, this is how they live. And I said, no, this is different. This is in Detroit, all right? This is happening here in America. And what I found so fascinating is that the men, while the woman's being stoned, they're all videotaping with the phones, with their cell phones, and they have the same cell phone I did.
They love a good, people have always loved a public hanging or a public stoning. It's a big draw. It's like,
We're
it's
in
like
America.
The Yankees are in town, you know, it's big.
I know, but we're in America now, and it's got to stop, and we have to. That's where it has to stop. The racism and all that stuff. We got to help these
And
women.
don't think it's not happening in America. There are people in
happening.
America doing honor killings. There are people in America, probably in your state, in your county, stoning and doing honor killings, and it happens all the time in America.
Well, in Paterson, I'm sure they got some
Yes,
action
and
going on.
in my apartment. Okay, just kidding. All right, we got to take a break.
All right,
All right,
well.
we'll be right back. Kim, I want to thank you for coming. I also want to thank you for being on time, and
I'm always on time.
I think that's great. That's
I
great.
try to be always on time.
You do, Kim. You know, I asked you to, I actually suggested this for you because you've been on the show a few times. You're trying to get a Jewish man. It's been going on for 2 years now.
This is becoming problem, and I am not becoming something different.
What do you
Something
mean?
I'm not becoming.
Okay.
Like
You're getting angry.
I'm not getting angry because that's not my way.
Okay.
But I'm frustrated
Okay.
because I find men lie to me. They make lie all the time.
Like, what do you mean? Who lied?
Like the last Jewish man, his name Mo.
Mo.
And then I say to him, okay, so I want to be a Jew. And then he said, I take you out to eat. And then he said he forget his wallet. And then he said, you know, because I'm Jewish, I forgot my wallet. And so
Wow.
you pay now. He said to me, you
He
pay
said,
now.
"You pay now?"
Yes, you pay now.
Kim.
And no, I'm not finished. I say to him, Mo, I do not have a problem. The next time you pay back, we go out again. And then he said to me, this time my wallet stolen. But you know, I am a Jew, and that happened to me, he said. I pay for my own meal. And then I find out, he said he's fasting, and it's the summertime. It's not even Yom Kippur. That's when I start thinking. Then I find out Mo make lie. He make right.
What was
Mo,
the ride?
his name Mohammed.
Mohammed.
He was not a Jew.
Oh my God! Why did you think he was Jewish, Kim?
He had a beard.
Oh, he had a big beard. Okay.
He had a big beard.
Listen, there's a lot of people out there with beards. Just because you
I
have a
waxed
beard,
his beard. I don't touch
you
it.
waxed his beard.
Yes.
What did he think of that?
I don't make him pay now. I do for free.
But I'm very concerned about Kim because she clearly is very gullible and she's kind of desperate for a Jewish guy, and she seems to be willing to do anything, even date an Arab just because he has a beard.
I think he make trick on me because he think our Asian are stupid.
I don't think Asians are stupid.
I think we are very smart. We are very good. And I will make a very good Jewish woman, as I say before. And I'm still going to look for my Jewish man. I'm going to find it.
I think you should, here's what I think. I think you should convert and then find the Jewish guy. Don't find the Jewish guy and then convert.
Let me ask you something.
Ask
You date Asian women?
Well, I have not. No, I have not dated an Asian woman. Well, because most of them aren't Jewish, and I'm looking for a Jewish girl. I'm not a racist in any way at all. I would date an Asian woman if she was Jewish. But then again, I've dated a non-Jewish woman. So, you know what it is? The opportunity has just never come up. That's all it is.
No, you're not okay.
I am okay, Kim.
You're not okay.
I am okay,
No,
Kim.
I can tell you that.
I can tell you're getting ready to do... Kim, this is the problem. You can't just start doing the things you do when every guy you meet.
It's just sometimes I have to get out my frustration, okay?
This is how you get out your frustration?
Yeah, I have to get it out. Let me put this behind your back.
Oh, Kim. I don't need this, Kim.
You need this. You need this. You need this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
You need this.
I need this?
Yeah, you need this. Make you feel good.
This make me feel good, yeah. Okay, no, this does feel good, Kim. In Kim's case, it's a little difficult because there's like boundary issues. She keeps touching me. She's giving me these massages. She's done my feet. She's done my hands, and she has this like it's almost like an impulse control disorder. So this is what I was telling you in the past. This is your problem. You meet these guys and then you wax them, and then you do these massages to them, and you send the wrong message.
I have to get on my frustration.
Right. No, we're gonna do more. Okay.
Yeah. You do Tai Chi?
I don't even know what Tai Chi is.
Tai Chi
Tai
Chi good for you. It's
Okay,
good for you.
that hurt.
Okay?
Yeah.
No, but I do this for you for free because
This
you
is
help
for
me with
free?
therapy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you help me. I think I'm attracted to him because one time I do his feet for him. I do for free. And he looks so relaxed. And it's hard to tell at first. Now I know he right.
Okay, now what happens?
Now, this is good.
Why do I feel like a prisoner?
It's not, you're not a prisoner.
I'm not a
okay?
prisoner.
Now
okay?
just relax.
Okay.
I'm going to crack neck, okay?
Don't crack my neck. No, Kim. Okay.
Face front like this, I know mess up that. One time when I give him full massage, he arches back. That's a sign in Korea that he likes me.
Okay. Oh, Kim.
Okay.
Okay, Kim.
Now you
Kim.
feel better, right?
I feel great. Yes, thank you. Okay. I don't like to be touched, and I don't want my neck cracked, and I don't really know if she's certified in neck cracking, so I'm not really into that. It's not for me. I want you to come back every week.
Do you really?
No, don't go. Oh my God, I'm having this problem with a lot of people.
I come back? Well, you want me to come back?
I want you to come back every week. Yeah, there's a difference between a weekly appointment and a date, and I'm finding that my clients don't know the difference, that when I say that I want to see them again, it's not because I want to date them, it's because I want to help them get through the psychological issues that they are at the moment dealing with. I'm going to help you convert to Judaism,
and what
then
else?
we're going to find you a Jewish man. It's not me. I'm not the Jewish guy. Okay, because I don't like to be touched anyway, and you need to touch the Jewish guys.
Who say that I want you? Who you think you are?
You're right. I didn't mean it that way.
Are you trying to say that about me? You think
No,
all Asian women like that?
No, not at all.
I understand that there are other patients that James have that say they feel he attracted to him, but for this time, for me, is real. James is real attracted to me. This is not makeup.
Okay.
First you asked me for a date, you want me to come back
No, I
here.
never asked you for a date.
You said I want you to
It's
come
an
back.
appointment, not a date. It's an appointment.
Oh, it's appointment.
Yes, it's an appointment.
Oh, so you want me to come back?
I want you to come back.
So you say it. I know say it, you say it.
Yes, I want you to come back, have an appointment. I'll see you next week, and we're going to help you.
It's a date.
Okay. No, it's not a date. It's an appointment. Okay. I think what I've realized from this last experience with Kim Kim is I need a panic button. That's what it is. I need a panic button so that when she jumps on me to give me these massages, which by the way they hurt like hell, I can press the button and then people can come in and institutionalize her.
Because I could tell he attracted to me.
You know what's upsetting everybody? I'll tell you what happened. There was a little, people don't like to talk shop, but I really did something bad today on the show.
Did you?
I did. I just ran to I said to the producer, Ray Bruni, I go, I'm running really quickly to the bathroom. I'll be right back. He says, get right back here, because he beats me after the show.
He beats her up all the time.
And I ran to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, something just plopped in the toilet before I even sat down.
What could it have been?
What could it be?
Any
the
guesses?
microphone!
It was her wireless microphone.
Which is not wireless, believe me, because I had to pull it out like it was
true,
fishing.
You know what I mean.
And so I'm sorry. I'm just saying I'm sorry too.
Well, you know this, because in show business, when you wear this wireless mic here, they always tell you when you go to the bathroom, turn it off, because a lot of people forget to turn it off and then they hear you.
How about take it off?
They should, take it off.
Right, he should follow me. This
camera guy should have gone with you.
He should
Now,
have come
let me
with
ask you a question. How did you get it out of the toilet?
Oh no, it was still stuck to me, so I pulled it out. I wasn't going to touch it.
Because my cell phone fell.
You had to, but I didn't do anything. It was just water. I hadn't had a chance to do anything. And let me tell you.
That doesn't make the toilet bowl any cleaner just because it had been flushed. It's still a filthy thing. Who wants to touch something that's been in even a just flushed toilet? Okay, so the water as it came up was a little clean, but the bowl itself?
Did you know a toilet seat is
thousands
cleaner?
of people
a toilet bowl seat
are using it.
Excuse me.
I don't ever want to use that microphone.
Listen, you're using it right now. I'm kidding. Listen, here's what I'm saying. Bring that's nice. Listen.
Can we see the microphone that fell?
No.
Can we see
it? Ray, this is what to do. This is why we love him.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, Ray Bruni, he loves us.
Can we see the microphone that we're talking about?
No, you can bring it.
Yeah,
can you bring it on? Bring it on.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
All right.
Oh.
It's okay. It's alcohol.
All right. So
this fell in the toilet.
This fell in the toilet. Okay.
Yeah, you're touching it like it's nothing.
It's nothing because it was just water. And what I'm trying to explain
to James,
it's
not just water.
It is just water.
So if I take a cup and I dunk it in the toilet bowl and I say, "Here, Sunda, it's just water," you drinking it?
If I am in a desert, but that's not the point. I'm trying to say something, but he never lets me talk. But listen
I
to
never
me.
let her talk. If you watch the show, you know what she's a liar.
Right. We mean if they when they watch the show, think positive when they watch the show. So here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: that a toilet bowl is cleaner than salt shakers and ketchup bottles in restaurants and doorknobs.
That's true. The toilet seat itself is cleaner than the doorknob. There's more urine on the doorknob than on the
And I have spent some time on a toilet seat.
Yes.
Like this, face down. No,
but
I'm kidding.
but I will say this, the toilet seat and the doorknob are both cleaner than this microphone. That's for damn sure.
Well, you know something, James? In your honor, I just want to put this on your table.
Oh, thank you. And it's got like toilet paper on it.
Because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. But can you imagine how bad I feel? How bad I feel right now? Can we blow dry it?
I don't know what.
But let me tell you the funniest thing is that this germaphobe dropped his cell phone in the toilet. Now you didn't talk about that.
We could talk about it next week. For next week, we'll save that for next week because we're out of time, and that's a great story and it's a long story, and we'll tell you about my cell phone dropping in the toilet next week. So now me and Sunda are even.
That's right.
And we got to go. But also don't forget about the Indiegogo campaign. As Megan will tell you, INDIEGOGO.com.
That's
Indiegogo.
right.
Check out some of the things you get if you donate to the show or keep the show on the air and upgrade all of these things. We got to get a new microphone now.
We have to get a new microphone.
Or maybe we just need some potty training books.
Right, and I need an implant. And
she needs an implant.
I do. I need an implant. So we need me to smile and we need me to be happy, but we need you to be happy. And listen, guys, fans, you've been sending us wonderful letters, and you know what? Next show, we're going to read some of their fan mail.
But also, next show, I'll tell you what happened to my cell phone. You won't believe it. It's a tragedy of epic proportions. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.